Yes, sir. Yes, man. We back. It's your boy Supernatural Element, aka Hardin the Magician. So we're back, collective. You already know those positive waves are already headed your way. Hope you're feeling blessed and highly favored wherever, whenever this video is finding you. Morning, noon, night, uh, time zone, meridian, prime, equator, wherever, whenever, what country. Welcome. And so it's free spiritual insights, just a descrambling of the energy around you. So again, use your own free will and discernment at all times in your own real life. And don't force the messages. Kind of take what's for you, leave the rest, let things fall where they fall. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. You guys are great. You guys are great, and I love you all. And you'll definitely see me in there. So we have a bond collective. I posted on the community post, even on or offline. We are still connected. So we've got a bond. Let's get started. Sorry about that. All right. So today it's looking like, and this is something that it doesn't. It's not giving like way in the past, but it's like people. There's some chitter chatter now. People are getting into. They feel like you changed. They feel like you were able to alter your fate or your destiny or something like that, right? It's like you're living a certain kind of lifestyle, and it's like, again, this is a perception that people in the environment have, and it's sort of like you took a serious look at like the material world around you, and it's like you made some serious changes, but it doesn't have to necessarily just be your material world. It's like you did some inner work too. It's like shining the light on the inner self and kind of cleaning out some of the junk. And it's sort of like that combined with also, so you're changing inside, and it's like you're also taking a look at the environment around you, and in order for it to resonate or align with you, it's like you sort of change that too. And I think people are recognizing both changes now. Maybe they only saw the physical one. Maybe now people that are interacting with you are starting to see that you're different or see the change. Or it could be the other way around. Maybe you're interacting with people, or you started interacting with people at a certain point, and it's like they notice that change about you, right? But then now there's like something happening where the material changes are also visible, and from whatever you were before in the past, well, in the past, beyond the past of this past, or the past of this past, whatever you were before, it's like you've completely done a U-turn, or you got off at that exit, and like you're headed in a complete different direction. Like there's a lot of chitter chatter around that, also around your intelligence and like your practical applications of your own thoughts and ideas in the environment, and the way you're able to communicate. There's something there. People are looking at you as very intelligent, like cunning, clever, savvy. You know what it's giving? It's sort of like that when that time they put that octopus in the jar, and they put it in the octopus just kind of like, or I've seen here we go again, plethora or a myriad of videos like that, where they always put octopuses in these, like, whatever, they think it's a thing they won't be able to get out of. I seen the one with the penny sized hole, and it like pulled itself through, like all kinds of things like that. Someone, or in the environment, again, it's sort of like that, where it's like you can assess an environment, person, place, scenario, thing, and sort of, I don't know, your methods of problem solving, or again your applied science to the situation always produces like a solution or the result. I believe it's hypotheses that the environment is calling for or looking for, something like that. Like very much your, like, again, practical application of like practical intelligence. Could be a high level of intelligence, because again, I'm seeing a lot of thinking, communicating, and then a lot of like forward motion. So it's like you're really good at what it is. So you got, again, cunning, clever, savvy, something like that. You're very smart. That's also being talked about. Again, it's a perception that people have of you, right? Based on, the outsider looking in perspective. Yeah, that's why. 'Cause I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, I think retrograde is starting tomorrow. Because I know I stutter a lot, but that's ridiculous, right? Um, And so again, you have also transformation, either like underneath, behind, or like you have transformation in the moon. So again, it's sort of like not seeing you for a while and not knowing, and then you appear and things are different, or the other way around, like hearing about it and then finally seeing you, and it's like, oh, like things are okay, it's true, the rumors are true, type of thing. So I don't know, because I know a lot of you are spend a lot of time in hermit. I spend a lot of time in hermit myself, but I do have the occasional run-in with people, and it's like, even for me seeing them, it's like, yeah, a lot of people seem different. I ran into a couple people who seem exactly the same as I've seen them over the years, but there's a lot of people that are very, very, very different now. Again, very authentic, very unique is how it's coming off to me. You know what I mean? Especially again, like much of what I'm saying, like based off the past way I used to know them. There's a lot of leveling up. It could be part of the collective too. I don't know. We don't get into discussions like that. But now that I'm seeing this, it's kind of jogging the wheel, the hamster wheels in my mind are starting to go off. Like, maybe. But so yeah, you have a lot of like transformation. Again, taking back your. This is whether you're doing it consciously or not. This is you taking back your power, or it's being seen. It's being seen like that. Again, all that inner work, all that like hermit shining the lamp, but not going onto the mountaintop and having the realization to shine the lamp outwardly to show the world what like the spiritual jewels, the spiritual information that you've received from going within, instead of bringing it outwardly to the world. It's sort of like you're continually shining the light inside, and again chiseling away at like all the junk parts and the things that no longer serve the self are being done away with, and like in a major way, like double time, or like on the double, we're doing overtime, or oh, we're doing this project, all right, we come back tomorrow, we're working on the same thing. It's like something like that, like almost like, let's say, building like a condominium, a building or something like that. It's like we're going to be on this job doing this thing for a while. So it's like, don't book any other, don't, like you're sort of, or someone is sort of in that mode. It's being seen. But there's going to be like, because you have, wait, let me just check in my, yes, okay. So your discipline, your structure, and your adherence to your responsibilities, this is like, it's shocking to people. It's like it's like people are looking, it's like, how can I say it? Because I can't say directly what environment this would be in. This could be anywhere, right? But it's like people are, let's say you're outdoors or something. Let's say you're on a golf course, just as an example. Let's say you're out and it's like a bird flies by and you're like, was that a freaking phoenix? Like that. Like you're coming out of nowhere, like brand new. And it's like people aren't even sure about what they've seen. And it's like, but it gives that, how is that possible type of energy. And it's like, again, somebody's motivation towards their actions. Again, then someone's an energy powerhouse, right? And it's like they're constantly keeping and putting things in motion. Again, you're focused towards, again, shining that light inward and constantly acting on clearing up the self. It's like that's what they don't understand, or like they're seeing and they're like, what is that? It's like a star shoots across the sky and someone's like, what? And it's like, yeah, that can happen because somebody's done the work. Someone's made themselves that phoenix or that star. And it's like, it's just a little bit not incomprehensible, but again, people are sort of like, they're like, if it's you, there's like, they don't understand, right? They're expecting to greet you in like a certain type of energy, and it's just not happening. So it's sort of like, it's throwing people off a little bit right now. Um, yeah, again, you had just more evidence of that, like transforming, and again, maybe facing some challenges also, right? But making the correct choices to like navigate whatever situations or whatever scenarios, or even again challenges with people, career, love life, whatever it is, finance, health, anything. It seems like you're navigating, you're pretty good at navigating. You've got the map, you've got the compass for whatever challenge could potentially arise to come against you. And again, and that's part of the intelligence also that people are seeing. Again, you're like you're a problem solver. You can twist yourself out of that jar, no problem. You know what I mean? I just need to assess this for a second. Where are we? Okay, it looks like we're underwater. We're trapped in this thing. It's like, I think that's a lid. It's like, very quickly you assess what's going on. You're out of there, right? And I don't know if you know, octopuses are very intelligent. That's what I'm gonna say. They're very. You can look it up. They're very invertebrates. I can't remember how many brains they have. They have a lot of brains. I think 8 or something like that. but again, they're like hyper intelligent. Yes, a hyper intelligent. I mean, we humans, we dominate the land, and we've got all our sciences and our teachings and our art and our history and whatever. But again, not all human beings display characteristics of, let's say, in this case, what it would have to be like the superhuman being, or the meta human, right? Or yeah, right. And all octopuses are like that. They're all meta octopuses, or super super octopuses, or whatever, in terms of intelligence, let's say. And photographic memories too. Yeah, they're really smart. But that's what I'm trying to say is, again, this could be how people talk about you. Everything this dialogue I just had right here, me and spirit, in front of you, it could be like that. So people are like, this person's very intelligent for this reason, that. And did you see when he did like things like that? You could be on some level being seen, analyzed, and spoken about to this degree behind closed doors. Yeah, again, just navigation of transitions, challenges, and like your potential seems through the roof. Your intelligence, again, you're very much a sovereign, very not individualistic, but you might spend a lot of time alone. Again, hermit. You're not like in the crowd. You're of the crowd. You're not in it. Right? You can blend if you want to. Again, it's giving that. Oh, it's been some months since I felt that energy. That sort of introvert, extrovert. It's like, what do I feel like? Like a lot of introverts are strictly introverted. We know this. And a lot of extroverts are strictly extroverted. But it's more likely that you'll find an extrovert that can spend time in solitude. I don't know a lot of introverts that can flip it. When people don't like being around people, they just don't like that. It's like a person who's always used to being in the mix, it might bother them, but they'll be quicker to understand maybe the reasons to be alone. And maybe like a person who spends a lot of time outside can spend more time alone than a person who spends all their time alone outside, is what I'm trying to say. Introverts are way more introverted than extroverts. Like, they're pure introverts. Extroverts are extroverts, but again, if there's an introverted time, they can deal with that. So something like that, where you got the switch. It's like, where am I going to put the energy today? Right? Very much consciously in control of your vibration on that level. That's you. Yes. And again, something you're doing, or this process of remaking, or maybe even on some level, you could have acknowledged or have acknowledgement that you altered your fate. Maybe this is something you're also seeing, witnessing. You're conscious of it, and then it's sort of like you really like this process. It's very healing. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? This is very therapeutic. It's a very therapeutic process for you, let's say. So yeah, something like that. Again, whatever this is, you really like it, right? Like, you really love it. It's sort of like you're feeling like this is the way to be. When you see like on those movies when like they, okay, and again, like, just as an example, I'm sure you guys aren't, but you have like criminals, and then like they'll pull off like a crime, and it'll be like on a beach somewhere, and they're like sipping those tropical drinks, and they're like, this is how life should be. It's like this process is giving you that feeling. Like, this is how it should be. Like, this is like again, I'm not saying in your physical circumstances you're on vacation or you're always relaxing, but again, this energy gives you the option. Like I said, you've got that switch. How do you want to feel today? You can totally tap into this and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a remade Phoenix shooting star. It's like, I don't really have a reason to be, morose. Excuse me. But something like that. And also, people are, oh yeah. So they're hoping that this doesn't work for you, or yeah, people are hoping this doesn't work for you somehow. Like, all the effort you're putting in eventually doesn't have the desired effect, or you're somehow going to be unsuccessful in remaking yourself, and like like I said, clearing out the cobwebs and all the spiritual and karmic junk that you got in your mind and in your spirit. People are like, they'll never be able to do that. But I'm seeing that, even because again, it's a perception, and let's say the probability of this perception being a reality is very low. So I'm going to go as far as to say that maybe they see it, maybe they don't, because again, there's a lot of low probabilities, so there's a chance that maybe they don't see it. But again, that's one of the low probabilities that, like, if they're saying that, if they're wishing ill on whatever this is for you, it's like there's a very low probability that things are going badly, right? And there's also maybe a low probability that they know they could just be hating, like, But you know how they do, collective. You know, again, there are a lot of people trapped behind Snow White's mirror, Mirror, mirror on the wall. Save it. It's the collective. Gasp. Golly. Like a lot of that going on. Right? So they're like hiding behind corners and curtains and walls and they watch, watch. We're always watching. Just like Carlito said. They're watching. The streets is watching. I think Jay-Z said that too, but I think he got it from Carlito. Either way, both great movies. And soundtracks. Both great. Ooh. Okay, so I was gonna sort of giving sort of like what we said, right? It's like someone, like a non-believer, right? Like someone expected you were in this, maybe in the past, someone expected you were in this misery, or just this, like, again, this low energy, right? Morose, yes. Very much so. But it's like they didn't count on that. Maybe you had, exactly, like, because I said double time on the spiritual cleansing, right? So maybe someone didn't see. It's like, regardless of what was going, like I said, regardless of what's going on the surface, or how some things, maybe people are like, you should feel a certain way about a certain thing that has taken place before you, right? We won't get too deep into it. It'll be different for everyone, but you know what I mean. Put the energy where it fits. Something could have happened here, and people are like, they're expecting you to take it a certain way, right? They're expecting the strength in reverse, your world to be falling apart, you to be all distraught, and the lack of willpower and confidence to carry on, these types of things. But they didn't expect that you were, again, double timing the spiritual work on the inside. And again, with this cloak, it's very much given that, again, like I said, transformation behind the moon, right? Where they're not going to see this until where you have the Mars energy, which is like physical energy. And again, someone's motivated, someone's like really going in. It's giving me that Shawshank Redemption scene again, but in a different way. Last time I said I was using it as an example, like if someone would have tried to retrace your steps, the way you escaped, they wouldn't have been able to find that tunnel in the first place because you were going to leave. That was in a different reading. But in this, is giving me, again, someone's will to like achieve a goal. And it's like, if you watch the end of that movie and you see the guy, like, he had that little thing, like the little rock hammer he was using was whittled down to nothing, and he still got through. And then he had to like go in this other place and smash this pipe and then crawl through the sewer drain. It's like someone's underestimating what someone's really willing to do to come out clean on the other side, right? Because that's exactly what Andy Dufresne was in the movie. That's the character's name. That's exactly what he was able to do. And it took time, right? He was doing that, and then he would put the dirt in his pockets every day for like years because he had to go a little bit at a time. So he would just be depositing handfuls of dirt while he tunneled through an entire wall for years. And then once it was ready, again, once he was made, that's him with the cloak. And again, people thinking the circumstances should be getting to him. You're in prison. Like, no, he's like behind the curtain when no one can see is I'm recreating. And then he did that. He took the identity. The crooked warden was already doing the scam, and then he took he like created an identity for himself, siphoned off some of the bread because he was already in the jail illegally. And when they had found the dude who committed the crime, they still kept him in there. So again, your circumstances should be beating you to the floor, but it's like, no, this cloak of sadness is a mask. It's a disguise. What I'm really doing is getting the F out of here, leveling up. So something like that. Somebody really underestimates your will, again, to recreate yourself and come out as a phoenix on the other side, to rise from the ashes. Where they see ashes on the floor, again, that's why they're so like, what was that? Was that a phoenix? Like it's a rude awakening. But this was someone's intent all along, right? The inward focus. I like it. Ooh, now you could have some people, see, like I said, they're seeing a phoenix. Now these people, their emotions are stirred. There are all kinds of they're all kinds of controlling. It's like a poacher. Like, now we must, what was that? Get the rifles. We must shoot it down. It's like, see, someone's like getting the halo of illumination. Someone's looking up like, whoa, what was that? They're getting a perspective on, no, you were wrong. You know, search yourself. Where's Andy? The guy threw the rock. He felt a draft. He threw the rock through the poster. It busted right through. He was like, what? That poster's supposed to be against a wall. He teared it down. Big hole. It's like someone's getting the halo of illumination that, yeah, maybe I underestimated or was wrong about somebody. They want to control you on some level. Or like either the environment or people in it wish, it's like from everything they're seeing, they wish they could control it or control you. Yep. So these are counterparts, right? So this could be someone you know, a good friend. It could be a partner or like an ex-partner or somebody, right? Something like that. Somebody that maybe they believe, and it doesn't have to be like a lover. Again, it could be a business partner, anything. It could be a lover because, again, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. But this person is like, again, they're just too overbearing and emotionally. This person doesn't have control of their emotions. Again, they're mean, but they play nice. So it's like a person like you. This type of person will have you walking on eggshells. You never know what to expect with them. You know what I mean? And again, like I always say with the King of Cups, definitely gonna, if not, because it goes into the feeling of someone losing emotional control, like a child, and then it's like they don't know, someone who's never processed or developed their emotional house to that level, so they don't know how to deal with it, and like they might like lash out by like, maybe like I said, they might hit somebody. They might. Again, we don't promote that here, but I'm just saying. But if it doesn't go to that extreme when they lose control, they're definitely gonna, like, again, psychologically abuse you, which again will turn into mental. Even though it starts with emotions, it will definitely go to mental abuse, and they'll try to, like, because they're afraid, because they don't want to lose control, and then if they're embarrassed, they might do something they will regret like that. Again, they're gonna try everything they can. So it could be a partner, but again, it could be a business partner, someone that just tried to hold you back or hold you down, or like if you're the smarter person in the equation, they try to like get in front of that or anything like that to try to keep you at bay and like in position and in your corner. But again, I see that you're too beloved in the environment, just in general, by people, for that to happen. And again, you might have had a lot of feelings for this person. This person would still see you as like, you know, beautiful and kind and having a great personality and like, and these type of things. And again, as counterparts, but they're getting a rude awakening here, seeing that however they viewed you in the past, it's just not, simply not who you are. And maybe in the past, maybe you were like, when you were with this person, or again, it could be in whatever capacity, they might have had you in the reverse too, but now like that's changed. And like that's maybe like what they're not understanding. Like, I'm in the reverse. Why are they acting like they're all, and it's like, no, because they are now. And like, it's been accepted. It's been seen. Again, the halo has been delivered. So it's like everyone kind of knows in the environment. And this person is knowing now, but they don't want to change. They're sort of angry about it. Okay, I'll give you just a few more. Time is going up. See? And just keeps coming out in twos. Like, I wanted, but again, like, someone here is upset or sad again because they're seeing someone is shining or about to get what they want. Again, someone's going to complete that emotional healing or cleansing or, again, remaking of the self and come out more beautiful. As again, unless you're the Empress. I mean, the Empress is the true belle of the ball, but this is the most beautiful, caring. This person's touch is healing. Like, they're so, and again, they can see when you're hurting. You don't have to tell this person, right? This person, they come in, they lead with their heart. And then you know what they do after that? They lead with their heart again, every time. This is like how someone here's energy is like coming off. And again, it's a perception. So even if you feel, because again, your assessment of your physical reality is not fully what's going on. So you could feel like super natty. We do this all the time. Super natty, that's not me. But you may say things that you're maybe, or behave in a way sometimes in scenarios that you're not aware of, that makes you come off like this. You radiate this energy towards other people, right? And so it's like somebody, again, they are going to remake themselves and be better than ever. This could be like someone who's also maybe being celebrated by community or family or longtime friends, or again, even longtime business partners, things like that. People are happy that someone's finally in alignment, someone who's risen from the ashes, they're made anew, they're on their path, they're going to be able to have access to their 10 of Pentacles. Like that could be, and someone else here, again, immediately is coming out in two. Someone here they're going through it. They're very upset. They're very upset about this, right? They're staying up at night, being very distraught. Watch it be a 2 again. No, now it's just saying because someone is like getting paid and again being compensated for, and it's causing chaos. Yeah, for the pick. This could be something like that's circulating, like extra, read all about it. Collective does better than ever after spiritual cleansing. Like, right? If this is people, they're treating you like, again, like they want to see you, they want to greet you, they want to give you things, have like equal give and take relationships on the physical plane with you. Again, celebrate with you. You are being celebrated. And typically the 4 of Wands, it's like more, but in here you can see, like I said, this could be you, right? This is a different one. But it's like it's like you're here and the celebration, like, hey, look what I've done. And the people come rushing out towards you. Look at that. There's like like the whole kingdom is coming out to rush towards you, Queen of Cups. Like I said, people love you. The energy you radiate, no matter if you think you're being mean, like, no, you're being like either honest or telling people what they need. They're like, wow, that was the best advice. You're so great. Like, you can't hurt people if you tried. Right? And so it's like you're being celebrated, rewarded, the community, everyone, and the ones who don't deserve it are being judged properly. They won't be rewarded. And it's like it's a consensus. Oh, see, the kingdom is here, and then people being rewarded, and then you're celebrating, and the people coming right out after. It's like later on in the day. And it's like, and it's causing chaos, right? Someone feels like you're creating collateral damage. You're doing too much. You're not considering them as a casualty in this, whatever you're doing. You could hurt me. And it's like, yeah, but I got to do me. Right? And every time you do you come out shining. You come out shining. You see what I'm saying? The whole time. And this was, again, an illusion. You were playing hurt. So, I mean, continue on to do it. And again, yeah, somebody is being accessed by the environment, the people. And it's like, you don't deserve this. Collective is up right now. Right? Something like that, collective. So, I'll leave that one there. Like, share, subscribe. I hope I brought you guys some clarity. And again, I always had fun. You know I always do. And I'll see you again in the next one. Stay blessed, guys. Girls, too.